Hey, we're back for session 2. As promised, playing sit and goes. I've actually registered 4 of them, only 3 have come up so far. And these are regular standard sit and goes, not turbos. We can just take a look at the structure here real quick. So yeah, 10-minute blinds, standard structure otherwise, as far as blind levels go. So yeah, we'll just play these, hope to run good, and see what happens. As with the prior video, I will pause it when there's no action. Try not to make this video too long, and try to stick to the highlights. So I just decided to unregister my 4th tournament. It's taking forever to fill, and I have only about an hour left to play. So I'm just going to play 3 here. Do flop pretty well here on the top left, on a fairly draw heavy board as well, so that's nice. Yeah, not my favorite card in the world. I think bet folding is probably slightly better than check calling. Yeah, just to get value from 9s. And it's an easy fold when I get raised. And he did have Jack 9. Nothing really special going on in these things so far. Just want a couple small pots. Yeah, this guy's likely just to have a big pair here. Stack size. It's definitely a call, I guess, if we're deeper, but I think it's a fold in most spots versus this player. Just going to check back on this draw heavy board here. Expecting our ace jack to be good sometimes when it checks down. So I got the old king on the bottom left here. Not that there's a bottom right. Obviously gonna fold to the jam from the 9-0 guy with Jack 9. But the Jack 10 calls. That's funny. And obviously I'm gonna snap that off. And we hold for our first decent sized pot. Puts us in something like third place, so we're in good shape on our games here so far. Let's hope that we can get to the bubble here and realize some of our shoving ability. So with ace king here, I mean 17 big blinds. I could see myself sometimes limping to induce something, or just open shoving at a sit and go, but I think open raising at this point is just as well. And that's weird to just take it down like that. I guess I might be on the tightest $1 table in not Bovada, in Ignition history right here. So we flop top pair and a limp pot on this table, and top set on this table. Guess I gotta bet again, at least one more time here. Probably have the best hand most of the time here. So this guy limps, and he's really passive. I think I can fold this. I'm getting a really good price, but I don't think I'm ever good here with this guy. This just looks like a set or a straight or 2 pair, something crazy. I don't think I'm ever good here. I probably might have 4 outs if I call, so yeah, I'll just give that one up. Wait for a better spot. This guy's 61.9 with a 0.3 aggression factor. Yeah, He's never doing that light. But that's okay. We can get back in this. Like, this is an obvious shove spot over the limper. Get a few bucks back here. It's really cool that this guy's sitting out. If we can get one more limper, that'd be good. If this guy ships, I probably have to go with it, I think. He is down to 755, so just because he's tight doesn't, well, actually even, I don't know about this one. This guy's 13-4. He's been waiting for a spot, and he doesn't push like he wants action, so I think I can fold that. Whereas if he had shoved, I'd probably call. Yeah, good flop for my hand there. Oh well, not to be results oriented. Pretty sure he had me smashed pre-flop though. I guess we'll sit here and watch just to see if we can see a showdown, which I'm assuming we would get with only 286 behind. This guy's probably going to call with anything. Like ace high even. Any pair obviously, which is most likely in his range, like what, pocket fives or something. I guess he could have like king, queen, and fold here. That's really strange. That's okay. So I busted out of... Oops. Sorry about that. So I busted out of this one up here. I shoved king 10 on the button with 12 big blinds, and the small blind was sitting out. And the big blind woke up with ace 10, had me dominated, and he held. So that's unfortunate, my first shove to get dominated and have a really plus EV spot like that. That's okay, we'll continue on. So I called a min raise in the big blind with king jack, flop top pair, and he checked back. I led the turn and he folded. Sorry, I forgot to record that. So we're up to second place in this one. Or is it third place? Yeah, second place in this one, and we're still in second in this one as well. So we're in good shape. I think we're committed. I mean, and maybe just bet fold this turn. Well, this is the second time that everybody's folded to me in the small blind when this guy was in my big blind. I've just stolen the blinds. That's a really good situation. I guess he's chip leader. He's just, I don't know what he's doing, waiting for the money. Going to the bathroom. I don't know. But I've stolen it on the button twice now against this guy in the big blind. And, well, so far he's folding every time. So I guess I'll keep doing it till they make me stop doing it. Not going to steal into this guy's big blind. No, he's a little bit too short. I think I would be committed to the call. So I'm in a good spot on these two. Now just to follow through and win them. I guess execute. So I've got the ace queen here on table 2. So I'm assuming in a lot of spots we'll be doing something with this. Yeah, so I think just shoving over the limper is probably the best play here. I'm going to keep stealing as long as this guy's going to keep folding, you know, why not? So we do hold on table 2. So we're over 3,000 chips on both tournaments. Those strong second place here, and I guess we're first place on this one. So our friend sitting out here decided to come back, so that's unfortunate. We will continue on. Expect this guy to be pretty desperate. I don't think king 8 is plus EV call here. I like my position. Don't see any reason to give up my second place to this guy. Ace 8, it's probably a call. Versus this player, I need a little better hand, I believe. I don't want to flip positions with him. He's been fairly tight, so I imagine this is the point where he would start loosening up, though. Kind of sucks having this big stack to my left, but it's okay. We'll just have to deal with it. Our second king of the day. We're still in second place on both tournaments. Basically tied for first here, I believe. Close to the bubble on this table, on the left. No reason to create a three-way pot here. I would have liked that flop though. So we're on the bubble on the left. It's a good spot to be in. Normally this would be a ship. So I'm either, but against this player I'm either flipping or way behind most of the time. He's only stolen 27%. I think he's going to ship if he has a weak hand. Most of the time, with only 8 big blinds, so I'm going to be really tight here and fold the 8s. If he was a little shorter, I could see myself shipping there, but basically it would leave me as the super short stack. And, you know, I'm in solid second place right now on the bubble. I can bide my time a little bit here. I'm not really a big, I don't know, believer in some of the other sit-and-go theories out there, the old ones. But I've had a lot of success in sit-and-goes, so I'm going to stick with my method. I know ICM is supposedly mathematically correct, but there's some spots where you gotta forego the slightly plus EV situations. I mean, unless you're one of those guys that's grinding like 200 sit and goes a day or 300 sit and goes a day, then you can take all the marginal spots, I think. But doing that, playing just a few a day, is you're gonna have a lot more variance. And maybe I'm completely way off base with my argument there, but whatever. So I still on the button with the ace-5 here. Queen jack. Yeah, I'm gonna open that. Obviously tread carefully with the big stack in the hand, who hasn't been playing very many hands. I would expect his range to be really strong here. I do think his range includes a lot of big cards though, so I think I can bet something like 450 here and get him to fold like a big ace or something. He's not going to like that board a lot with that type of hand, and even a hand like pocket 4s is just going to go away. Even pocket 7s maybe, or whatever the middle pair was there between the pairs, between the cards. So this is what I'm talking about. This guy's range is going to be a lot weaker here. Unfortunately, I just don't have a hand this time. If I had 8s this hand, it would be obviously going in, but yeah, he shoves, so that tells me he's a lot weaker. I mean, he could be playing it exactly the opposite, of course, but that's, in my experience, not what you're going to see most of the time. So once it gets down to complete push-fold mode here, I'll run the video for the last few minutes of that, but otherwise I'm going to keep pausing it as I'm doing to keep this video sized down. I opened in the cutoff and got called by the big blind. I'm not going to go too crazy with this hand. I am going to go for 2 straights now that it's the turn. Hoping to get value from some kind of pair that would have thought I would have bet the flop with an ace. But unfortunately he does not give me any action. So the bubble is burst on the top left here. We're down 3-handed, and I am 3rd place now, so I'll have to... it's not a really short 3rd place. I do have over 10 big blinds, so it's not like I have to just shove every hand, but it's definitely have to be aggressive. I don't want to get too short here. I don't want to blind down. I think I can re-steal though if this player opens. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for him to start abusing the table with his stack size, so I think I definitely have to shove in the king jack suited here. And yeah, we get it through, so we're in a solid tied for first place now. This guy's 25 too. With only 12 big blinds, I think I'm going to shove all in versus a limper with a king queen. This could obviously sometimes be a trap, but he's 25 too, which means he's probably limp folding sometimes. So we get a flip situation. And it looks like he's going to be the guy that runs good on that one, but we do have some chips left, so it's not the end of the world. You can't shy away from flips late in a sit and go. So yeah, obviously the same hand again is going in. And we'd like to get called by like king 10 or something here. Oh, another flip, that's fine. And we're ahead so far. If we can hold. And we do. So back in the game. With effective 12 big blinds, I think it's just a shove here. And I think this is a shove. Yeah. No antes yet, but I think I have to shove the queen 9. Maybe I'm wrong there. Oof, that's not a good start. Yeah, so we're out of this one. Yeah, maybe the queen 9 was a fold there. Maybe you guys can comment and tell me whether that should have been a fold. Not to be results oriented. I think most of the time they're just all going to fold there. And I don't really want 300 to come off my 1300 stack when the blinds come around. So, I mean, looking at it that way, my best chance to get back in the sit and go is to shove that queen 9. So, but yeah, if you guys want to run the ICM on that, feel free. Guess we'll go ahead and play this one out and not pause the video. This guy's been pretty straightforward. He's been stealing to a lot of steals, so I think I have to test him here just to see what happens. See if he's still going to be fit or foldy. If not, we still have plenty of chips to play. I do have a gut shot. Wow, so he insta min raises. Obviously I'm getting 6 to 1 here on my gut shot. And a queen could also be an out. Wow. So whether do I want to conserve my 3800? And do I want to I still have plenty of chips. If I do spike a 5 here, I'm pretty sure I'm getting the rest of his stack. So I think I have to call one straight. And maybe he shuts down here a lot and gives me a free card too. He's obviously not shutting down, but you know, if 5 peels or queen peels, he's going to give me the rest of his chips here. So I'm fine with the turn call. If I had had only maybe 2500 before the call, I think it then becomes a fold. But because I can comfortably shove and double up to a reasonable stack and have some fold equity as well, I think I have to call that min raise. I'm going to resize my table here a little for you. Maybe move this somewhere over here. I guess you don't really need that, do you? Oh well. Obviously it would be nice to take down first prize. I mean, a second only basically we break even for the day, so yep. I think this is a good reshove hand again with the deuces versus this player who's obviously going to be opening a wide range on the button. Fold the 8-6. Now we're basically in first place now. So open on the button with the king jack suited, and this is fairly tight player so far. Ships, I think this is just a standard fold here. Wow, okay, there's going to be some blood here hopefully. What? Is this a misclick? This must have been a misclick. This guy called with a 9-10. Wow. Interesting. It's got to tilt this guy for sure. Yeah, this guy's been playing really straight forward. That must have been a huge misclick. It's unfortunate because he would be out otherwise. He could have just lost it. Hate to shove into a tilty player, but I mean, I think this is just a standard ICM shove. And we get a flip. If we can hold. And we do. He hits the 6 though. That's got to be frustrating for him. So we're basically even stacked heads up here with 22 big blinds. Just going to play my standard heads up game. Fill him out, see what he wants to do here. My plan is to raise almost 100% of hands. Obviously I will be shipping a hand like 3s here if he opens. Don't know if he's going to be in shove fold or whether he's going to try opening. We'll see. He might be one of these passive players that tries to wait for a hand heads up, and hopefully that's the case. I think I can raise fold with a hand like ace-6. He hasn't really shown to be super aggressive, so I can call it off fairly tightly, I think. Obviously just going to give up on this board, even heads up. So much better for his flatting range than my opening range. Interesting. Just gonna min bet my pair and see if he was trapping. A lot of times he's just trapping when he limps the button. He'll have a big pair or something, and obviously I'll find out immediately by min betting. I'm just gonna continue with my plan, even a hand as weak as 9 deuce, and I'm just gonna ref the ace now. I think he's going to be shipping most of his aces, so this should be my pot most of the time, unless he has some kind of draw to go along with his 7-8. I just think 800 is going to take this down like 80% of the time plus. Obviously, if he has a hand like 9-10 or something, he'll just put it in. He's been fairly tight so far, so I don't think I can just ship the ace-3. I can certainly defend it, though. I do flop a gut shot, so I think this is a check call spot, depending on his bet sizing. And I probably have the best hand, so I can protect my hand by betting 400. And I'm just going to check call now. And I do have the best hand. So I have pretty much control of the tournament. I think I could shove a wide range and just put all the pressure on him. I would like for him to be able to 3-bet. He's just not doing that though. If he had a 3-bet of like 10, I would just open the ace-queen suited. As is, I'm just going to start. I'm just going to ship. Hope he calls with like a weak ace. Wow. Can we catch up? Yes. So we win this one. So that means we're going to be profitable for the day. Not a huge profit, but it's always nice to profit and not blank all 3 of those. So I feel like we played well. So that puts us up to 24.63. So that puts us up, was that $1.50 for the day? Slightly under $1.50. We're not back to our starting. So we'll definitely do some more sit and goes at some point. Probably get back to cash games for the next session. Just depends on what my mood is, but probably gonna do cash again. But thanks everybody for watching, and we'll keep running it up.